welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is IssAimee Praise, and yeah, it's been a while. It's actually been a while, like a month or two for uni, for not being as consistent as I expected to be. But yeah, I'm back. I'm back. We can be friends again. We can be friends again. So today we shall be doing get to know me, and I really do hope you have fun. Oh, have I introduced myself? My name is IssAimee Praise. For those that know me, for those that don't know me, I'm willing to know you. So please subscribe, like, comment, and let's make a small community. So what's something you pretend doesn't bother you but actually does? When people say I'm fine and they're actually not, or when you are explaining something to someone, they are so out of touch or not so out of touch, or like it's hard to understand you. It kind of bothers me, and I didn't know that it would bother me as much. Like, I'm just learning that it does bother me. What's your biggest fear that you don't usually admit out loud? Being surrounded by people but still feeling alone, honestly. Like, it's I don't know how extroverts do it. So I am an introvert trying to graduate to become an extrovert. The problem is I don't think that I want to participate in this whole thing anymore. I kind of have created a safe space for my mind and myself that it's hard. It's so much hard work to actually, go out there and be pleasant, and because of that you may come off as rude, or I don't know, just extremely rude, and that's not a good look to have. So I hope I improve in that area. What's one thing that instantly makes you laugh no matter how bad your day is? Guys, I was going through my phone last night, and then I was seeing old pictures of myself, and I thought I was so cute. It was like a humbling moment for me to realize that maybe we're just growing up and becoming hotter or something. But yeah, that was very discouraging. What's one thing that instantly makes you laugh? What's a moment from your past that still randomly hits you at night? First off, I have had very many conversations that I constantly replay in my mind, thinking what I should have said better, or what I should have done better. But there is this one moment, you guys. It was in high school. Anyone from high school will definitely know this story. So me and some male teacher had beef at that time. How do they say beef? We were not on each other's right sides, I should say, right? Was it briefing? It was briefing, Form 6 briefing, and they needed us to, every teacher is giving a speech, you sit down and listen and take notes for your preparation, for the preparations of the national exams. Guys, tell me why this guy starts talking about this one girl that he's so proud of and all her accomplishments, and he's like talking about how she appreciates other girls and how it's difficult for people to do that. Now, I listened to the first half of that story, but as time went on, I started to sleep. I started to doze off. And one thing about me in high school, I would doze in class. Guys, it was like I was a sleep baby. It was like there was nobody home. But anyway, I I was sleeping still. I was dozing off, and then he calls the girl, and I was sitting next to the girl. So my neighbors thought that I was the girl, and someone taps me. She was even a roommate. She tapped me, and then she's like, "Oh, Amy, I think you're telling me to stand up." And of course, I just knew that okay, he wants me to stand up so that I am low-key embarrassed, or he just says something mean, and then I would sit down. Like I was over it. I was so over it. Guys, why don't you think I stand up and it's not me they're talking about? And I think that was his moment to totally embarrass me. This guy just tells me like, "Oh, sit down. I was not talking about you. I'm talking about the girl next to you." I was about to even mention her name. Anyway, so a girl stands up and everyone claps. And guys, I've never had boys laughing that hard. But the boys, so we're sitting in this section. Girls here, girls on the right, boys on the left. The boys on the left, I just hear like, wow, guys, They laughed so hard. I remember I even had to miss lunch and sat at the Mother Mary Monument. And even after lunch, they still came attacking me, laughing. I didn't know that I was that known even at school. It was the first time that I knew that I was known. Anyway, what's the other question? What's the nicest thing someone has ever said to you? Oh, that's so sweet. So I have a friend. We were having like this very heartfelt conversation. And then from nowhere, I was talking about like how... Anyway, let me just tell you the context. I was talking about how... I never stay in one place, how I'm so mobile, like from one place to the next, and I'm just like basically never settled. I'm very, very nomadic. And then she just goes, oh, I think you're nomadic because you're an energy that deserves to be experienced by everyone. Guys, it's raining, the weather is bad, like it's still daytime but it's dark, it's raining, so this is what we have to deal with. Anyway, she tells me that I'm an energy that has to be experienced by everyone. And that was so sweet of her to say. Oh, if you see this video, thank you, girl. What's something you missed that you can't get back? Woo! This has reminded me of something. When we were kids, do you guys remember like we had like radios, right? And these radios at the beginning, like if they're changing a program, there was like that best voice, that male best voice that would just be like, oh, you are oh, you are listening to 99.9 KFM. And then they put like a very slow Whitney Houston song or like a 90s song, whatever. I miss the feeling of like that, and it would just, it felt so comforting. It just felt so, so pretty. But I don't think I can get that back. I've not even seen like people in podcasts doing it, and I don't even have a radio to listen to that. Basically, I just miss old times sometimes, and also being excited over small things without overthinking. Yeah, I really do miss that. I actually miss a lot of things, What's a habit is bad, but you still do anyway? Guys, there are two things like in life I'm starting to learn. There are your feelings, your thoughts, and then there are the facts, right? None of them are aligned. That's the truth. None of them are the same, and it's so hard for me to align them, and that's what I'm learning to do. So these days, the habit that I know is bad that I still do is overthinking things, even when I know they're small, or feeling bad about something even when I know the entire situation. Like it's hard that sometimes you can't control your feelings even when you know better, and it's also hard that sometimes you overthink things as though they're going to be like very big life-changing decisions. But it's such a small thing. Am I stammering? What makes you feel instantly calm? Rain makes me feel so calm. Music, rain music, basically that's it. Also talking. I don't know why, but talking is really therapy. Apparently you're supposed to have all 5 forms of rest, and the 5th form is emotional rest, where you're just like venting and talking about everything that's happening. You should try that. What's the truth you've learned the hard way? This is even embarrassing for me to say, but the truth I've learned the hard way is that everything comes in its time, and whether you're hustling, whether you're like sit back, everything will come in its time, and strategy is usually better than putting in so much effort. Yeah. What's something you wish people understood about you? Guys, I also don't know myself. I actually also don't know myself. So this question is not valid to me, because how do I expect people to understand me when I'm also just trying to learn myself? I guess I'll have a question for I guess I'll have an answer for that in years from now, but specifically not now. Give me time. What's your comfort thought when life feels overwhelming? My comfort thought is that I've survived very, very crazy things, extremely crazy things. And the time will pass. I guess time is also very comforting to know that today will be yesterday is very, very comforting. And to this is a bit toxic, but the thought of death also is very comforting. Problem is, you also don't know whether you're going to heaven or hell or anything like that if you're like spiritual, but the thought of death sometimes can be comforting. If you could talk to your younger self, what would you say? I would definitely be creating like habits that I would be improving in my 20s rather than trying to build habits that I'll improve later. I get. So growing up, my classmates will tell you I was so extremely chill, and I was thinking it's the system or anything like that. I was extremely chill. Like, I think I've always had a little problem with rules, like just a tiny little problem with rules, tiny. So, and I think I mistook that for like the system of school being harsh, because we would wake up at 4, we would go to sleep at 11. I would go to bed, even in high school. I remember I would go to bed I would never go to bed before 1 a.m. And meanwhile, I knew I was going to wake up at 4. So I always just found a way to, this is actually not something I'll just tell myself to relax and everything's going to be okay, because I also feel like this has so many advantages. I've always known how to create spaces for myself to relax, and I've always just like that's even blasphemy, but I've always just like carved ways to live my life differently from the normal, if that makes sense. And like I would live it differently, and I would accept like it's not comfortable, but I'm doing it because I prioritize sleep better, because sometimes I would even like miss loads of food just to sleep at all, and but I wish I created like better habits. Problem is me not creating those better habits and like not conforming to what everyone else expected me to do helped me be more creative and think outside of the box, and be a problem solver when I got in trouble sometimes. My mom is going to hate seeing this video, but yeah, what's one thing you're really proud that you really talk about? Well, I'm not haughty, so I don't think I would be telling you something that I'm not proud and I'm not talked about, and then I talk about it on my YouTube channel, so I won't tell you. If you could talk to your younger self, what would you say? Relax, you're not behind, you're just learning. What's happiness to you right now? Happiness to me right now is definitely peace. Peace in all forms. Not excitement, just peace. And yeah, being healthy and having peace. After all that being said, I'm still here because for some reason every morning God decides to give me breath, and I'm alive, and I don't think I have given up on myself. So yeah, I hope that even in the hard times, for the rest of you, you don't give up yourselves, and you don't give up on yourselves, and you keep on, moving. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for watching my video. I love you, my family. I love you, my friends. I love you guys who watched. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, what else, share the video, and help us the rods. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.